Hey guys, good morning. All right, this is the daily series where I am showing up live to share questions that changed my life. So today's question, getting on into it, is who do I want to be? And why that's important, okay, is because so often we are focused on what do I want to have. And so when we get to a point in our lives where we're like, I don't know what I want anymore, or geez Louise, I feel like I've checked all the boxes, or I have the things that I want, then there starts to become like this restlessness and this void. And so that's exactly what happened in my story. So the backstory of where this came from is I was in a season of my life where I was utterly confused about like, what did I want for my life? Where was it going? I felt like I had checked so many boxes. And the more that I kept just hounding on like, well, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't know what I want to do with my life. For me, my personality type is like, that just creates this awful spiral. And so I know that when we ask better questions, we get better answers. Hi, I see you just joined. When we ask better questions, we actually get better answers. And so I was sitting in this spiral of like, well, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? And it wasn't until I had heard somebody else say that part of the journey or like part of the joy is actually who you become in the process. And so then in that moment, my brain kind of switched. And the question I started asking myself was, okay, who do I want to be then? Because, right, everybody talks about like vision boards. Everybody does a vision board. And what do I want? Oh, I want the house. I want the car. I want the whatever it may be. And vision boards are great, not going to knock on them. However, vision boards continue to like set a focus for us on the things that we want to have. And where we start missing is the opportunity to really be intentional about who we want to be. So that is today's questions that changed my life. Who do you want to be? And I challenge you to answer that question really like from a place of, if another way to think about it is almost like, how do you want people to talk about you when you're gone? Like, let's say at your funeral, whether that's morbid or not, like you want people to say, man, she was a really patient mother, or man, he could really light up the room with his laugh, or like those are the type of people that we want to be. So when we start doing that, we start get really intentional about the outcome that we're trying to create. Because that's what I did. I was trying to sit there and I was like, how do I reverse engineer and take back control on who I'm going to be at the end of all of it? So that is the question. I hope that you sit with it and just see what comes up with you this week. Who do you want to be? Not what do you want to have? And just see what comes up. And as you start to navigate that, if you want to chat it out, my DMs are always open. I'm helping a lot of high achieving women right now have these type of conversations to just be really intentional about where they're taking their lives. So until tomorrow, because we've got a couple more days of this, I hope you have a great day. Bye.